Alright, and we are live. Hope you guys all can hear me. Hope it's working okay. It's 3 a.m. for me, so I don't think it's going to be a super long one. This is hard enough to do 2 days in a row, but let's hope we can get our time's worth and be able to properly test Shardbound. I've been very excited for Shardbound for the past few months. I finally got the chance to play thanks to Haitsu from IMX. And some really quick people on the Shardbound team for letting me in and setting me all up and everything. So everyone's worked really hard to get this set up, and I'm excited to give it a shot. So hopefully someone else is looking for PvP as well, and we're just going to dive into it and hope for the best. I've hit play now, which is in the top right hand corner. You can't actually see it, and now it says it's looking for a match. Quite a simple UI right now. There's not a whole lot going for it, but I really like the view of the platform just kind of floating there and stuff, to be honest. So we forgive if we forget. This on duty thing is quite interesting. I can go on duty or off duty, whereas my Valor won't change in my matches. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm going to assume that's some sort of ranked toggle. So let's hope there's someone else in the playtest at the moment to play against. I have no idea. Otherwise, we might have to go in against bots, which is probably fine. This is more about testing the game, how it feels, how it looks, the difficulty of it, and then maybe I'll review it at some point too. I actually really like the Shardbound logo, actually. That's something I haven't really mentioned yet. Alright. There we go. Alright, our first battle, we're going up against someone else. Let's see how this goes. I don't know how to play at all.
A bajillion?
Keep or replace cards. Cast a spell, gain a damage shield. Alright. Shankar does something when you play it from your hand and force a unit to move away from the fearing unit or tile. I don't know why that's like got so much damage and it's only a cost 1. It seems almost too good to be true, but I'll stick with it. Deal 5 damage to all units on low ground. That sounds pretty insane, but I don't need that yet. So I'm going to get rid of that for now. Classic mulligan. I get to pick one or all 3 of the cards to replace. This one here is draw 2 random minions from your deck that cost 2 or less. Give them damage shield. That seems really good. Can't wait to cast that. Ability 0. Deal 1 damage to a unit in line of sight. Okay, so that's not bad. My hero's over here. I don't know how to change the scale of the map and everything. I know the options menu doesn't work, so I can't really change that. You guys can't see it, but in the bottom left, I've got super meter, which is at 0%, and it says how many units I've got. And you can see everything else in the UI pretty well, so I'm just going to leave it as is. First, I'm going to play Shankar. And what I want to do is I want to destroy this crystal, because that's going to... I might not destroy it yet. But that would give me... a crystal point or whatever. I don't think my opponent can destroy it on his first turn, so I'm going to leave it for this turn. Still have units that can attack. I don't know how I would even attack with him. I don't have line of sight. Alright, so I'm going to hold the end turn button. You guys can't see the end turn button. It's in the very bottom right hand corner for me. The line of sight seems to be a big deal. So really I would be able to attack with my hero. I don't know what his range is, 3 to 4 I suppose. Or whatever his range is. I don't know. You're 1 damage to all. Okay. But since there's the higher terrain in the way, it doesn't look like I'm able to do that. So that's quite interesting. Okay, we've got, my opponent has played a spell boxer, which after you cast a spell, gain +2 attack this turn. So I'm definitely going to want to eliminate that as soon as I can. I don't see how many, I still only have 1 crystal. Every other turn I'll gain a new crystal, okay. So I definitely want to be dropping another unit on the board. I might get my hero, my commander, or whatever they're calling them, back one. And use him to destroy the crystal. Now I've got 2 out of 1. Ah, the crystals is below my camera. I might move that in a second. Hold on. After I cast a spell, gain damage shield. Well, I don't think that's going to be that helpful for me yet. I might drop the Buccaneer into play.
Let us dance the dance of blades. Come on, who's gonna get stabbed?
And I might progress onto the Spellboxer with my clearly more powerful, what's his name? Shanka. Must admit, I'm not disappointed by the graphics at all, and it doesn't look like it's lagging too much or anything like that either, so it's definitely optimized for streaming to a certain extent. So far so good, and it does look as great as it's looking on the screen here, I hope. Like, it actually looks great. So he got an easy crystal on top right. That's a huge hit. That's really unfortunate. Shanka's not doing too great. Teleport an ally to any high ground. If 2 or more spells have been played this turn, draw a card.
Very well. Be gone.
So I'm definitely going to destroy the crystal in the back right. And I need to try and eliminate one of these guys. So
who's gonna get stabbed?
I'm definitely going to move out of line of sight of his commander. I did 3 damage. It looks like it's a random roll from that modifier. I definitely think... I don't know why I attacked second. Maybe that's random, maybe that's not. I have no idea. And I can also do this ability, but I'm definitely going to cast my other unit. It's going to be protected behind this wall. Oh, these actually look really good. They actually look really, really good. So the Vigil Keeper here, after you cast a spell, gain a damage shield. So that's going to come in heaps of handy once I can get the Bless the Meek off next turn. I'm just going to leave him behind the rocks there. Doesn't need to move too far away. He's got the range. He can take out this crystal. It looks like the range is infinite and it's based on line of sight. I might move my camera now. Crap. I did not expect that he could move there. I've pretty much screwed myself. I don't think there's any coming back for this now. There you go. Now you can see the crystals. Yeah, I really messed that up. I need to destroy that crystal or I'm going to lose. Don't know if this is my guy. It is my guy. I have no idea how he got there. I was not watching. Alright. So I really need to take out this crystal. You can only do 1 damage to a crystal at any given time. The UI indicator for can you attack this or not is really good. Quite impressed, to be honest.
A path made clear.
Okay, so I definitely want him to attack the enemy unit. Alright, so I got my 3rd crystal now. And that means that I can get damage shield on this. Now the best use for that is on its first attack here, I think. So I'm going to use Bless the Meek to draw my 2 units. And then I'm going to get this damage shield off. I'm actually going to go into the low ground to make it a little bit harder for his enemy hero to attack me. I get the 6 roll, which is pretty huge. It's too bad my commander can't attack at this point. But now I've got a lot of options for the next turn, which is definitely good. I'm up against Mori.
Oh, this is a good one, right?
Large mana crystal. Gives 1 victory point when destroyed. Gives 3... Oh, when destroyed gives 3 victory points. 1 victory point when you hit it. You can either win from 12 victory points or from defeating the enemy leader. Become ranged or gain +1/+1. So from memory, fear forces a unit to move away from the fearing unit or tile.
Oh, you wanna do this?
Oh crap, it affected my unit. So that was really bad. I can deal 1 damage to all adjacent units. That might actually be the play here. Because what I can do is I can eliminate this thing with my ability. That costed 2 mana crystals, which is a shame, but that's okay. Once this thing dies, I get the Vengeful Veteran, which I really need.
Okay, I'm ready.
So they've got shields. I can't remember why. I guess that other spell they cast gave them shields. I got 4 to 6 on this guy. So I should, in theory, have a chance at the high roll. I'll grab the victory point and hopefully get the high roll on this. With the 5 drop, I get the high roll. This thing's totally going down next turn. But at least I got 4 units to his 1. I've sacrificed a little bit of health on my commander, but I think it'll be worth it in the end. I have units who can attack. Oh yeah. So this guy's ability is deal range damage to a unit in line of sight. I don't have right now. Alright. I would be able to cast it on my own thing, but there's no reason I would want to do that. How's it going, boyo? Appreciate you stopping by. Oh damn, well played.
Epoch designation complete.
Oh, that's a huge hit. That's a really high roll. Unlucky for me.
I see you.
That was a weird choice, since I've still got my Vigil Keeper. Alright, I don't know what this thing up in the top corner is. Oh, I can do that. That thing looks terrifying. Whenever this minion would kill a minion, bounce it instead, it costs 2 more. Alright, well, honestly, I wouldn't mind getting this thing back, so that doesn't completely suck. Destroy an enemy minion on high ground. It might actually be worth doing on this thing here. Either that or I can get the Queen's Guard out on the board. I got 3 to 4 here. That's 3 to 6. I got 3 to 4 there. Oh, if I get the high roll, I can probably...
And here we are. I brand you.
Oh, the 4 hit is great. And then...
That's you.
He gets the range damage. And now I can get ranged or +1/+1. It's definitely going to be +1/+1. So I'm going to drop it near the team.
Infantry tactics.
A path made clear.
Now, if I do the 1 damage to the crystal here, he's going to be able to destroy it. I don't know if that's worth it. Alternatively, I could attack him and probably lose my unit. I don't know what to do here with this guy, but I might just attack the opponent and see what happens. There's still a little bit of a learning curve. It looks like since he's ranged, he won't retaliate on a melee attacker. So let's chalk that up to good luck for me and keep going. My super meter is full. I don't even know what that is.
Choreography N-1.
Oh, that's that lightning thing that my opponent did.
Here, his.
Voiced by my
Oh, this thing's huge. Change the movement of all enemy units to 1 for a full round. That seems pretty good. Alright. So, the super is basically select a hex and the hex is around it. It will be struck by 6 damage. It's allies and enemy units. So I could drop it right here. But my unit's right in the middle, obviously. So that would suck.
In her name.
And they're all stuck to one movement at the moment. Okay. Well, I can't do the super yet. You've got to get an attack off. The 6 is huge. And now the super can eliminate them both.
You are lost. Peace.
Gives me a huge edge. I cannot, unfortunately, take out this crystal up here.
Very well.
But I might just be able to take out the crystal in the corner. Skywatch Dragon. Deal 2 damage to an enemy minion. If that enemy has flying, destroy it. It doesn't have flying, unfortunately. But Skywatch Dragon is a pretty good play. So let's drop it. I want to get a little bit distance for it so that he can't just super me.
I'm here.
Oh, and it shoots that huge rocket. The graphics for this are sick. I'm loving it. The UI needs a little bit of work. It's a bit hard to play that top corner and stuff. I don't know if I can pan around at all. But thanks for the call, Lisa, on the super. I didn't even realize that was a thing. I'm not actually... Oh, I should have attacked her. That's alright. That's my bad. Alright, so it looks like he just casted his super there. 6 damage to 2 of my units.
Scooch.
So he took control of my unit, I think. It's a little bit hard for me to keep up sometimes, but I think he took control of my unit. Alright, so that was a big mistake on his part, because my hero can actually line of sight that, I believe. Can be summoned to any location on the battlefield and deals 2 damage to adjacent enemies. It's not enough to take that thing out. But I'm only allowed 2 more units on the board, because he just stole this one. It might actually make a lot of sense. Both of my guys can take this thing out, no problem. So I might actually want to get the Queen's Guard on the board. And I'm going to make him ranged, because I desperately need some more ranged on the team, even though I really wanted to get the +1/+1. I've only got 1 slot left for a unit, but I'm actually going to start flanking and get my Novice Knight on the board. This guy is going to go out of his way to take this thing out. I don't know their names. I apologize. And you are going to get the easy 3 points from the crystal. So it's hard to tell how many crystals we each have. It looks like I've got 2 and he's got 0. This thing has 1 around it, but it looks like when a unit dies, it just loses all the crystals. No one gets them. No one benefits. It just loses them. Teleport an ally to any high ground is actually going to be really helpful next turn. I'm going to leave him on the bottom and get the teleport later. For all I know, my opponent's stream sniping me, but that is fine. It is not available for everyone, Edgar. This is a limited playtest, but it's looking like the game is near completion. So after this playtest, it shouldn't be much longer. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I've got a pretty substantial lead in terms of the units I have on the board. I'm going to start really protecting my hero. My next attack has Kaboom. I don't know what that means. So I've got the Deep Strike plus,
I'm here.
+2 damage on both opponents here. I'm going to be able to teleport him to the high ground.
On high.
I'm actually on 5 out of 12 victory points. I don't know where I'm getting these other victory points from.
Let's try this.
But the ability to take this thing out is pretty big deal.
Variable eliminated.
Very free. I've got the ranged unit here. That's got 3 health. I want to leave him at the back, though.
The path is clear. Today, I'm the hero.
He will start destroying this and getting all the victory points. I believe if I spammed this next turn, I might even just win. So it looks like the victory points get absorbed if you manage to hold on to them for a turn. And that's the thing I was missing. But this looks like game here.
Be still.
Yeah, so it's about turning it in. Thanks, Stefan, for that help there. It's a little bit hard to tell who's mine and who's not. Like, I think this is my creature, yes. But he dropped that guy that only allows things to move once per turn. Yeah, okay. So I get 2 points and then the 3, that's 5. I would get 5 from that, bringing me to 11 out of 12. It definitely doesn't seem like it's worth it. He has 26 health. I might just be able to go hard and try and take him out. If I get the deep strike here, the ranged attack, he really moved that enemy commander to the wrong neighborhood. It's on 4 health.
And here we are.
If I move you next, I get the 3, and then I cast the ability and get the last point of damage. And there goes the victory. Our first one on Shardbound. That was actually a really cool game. The UI needs a little bit of work, but you know what? I can't really fault it. The graphics, all the effects, the cards, the placeholder images was a little bit jarring, but I mean, it's a beta. But I don't know what to say. I had a really positive experience playing this game. I think it felt like a great strategy game. There was a lot going on. I know some people are upset that the mana crystals can like swing the tide of the battle really quickly. And I did get one or two. Did get one lucky mana crystal. My opponent got a really good one and should have sealed the deal, but I just played out my value a little bit better than he did. He or she, sorry. And it's just that simple. Yeah, I really like that deck too. I don't really want to try a different deck. I could do just orange. I was doing orange plus red before. But yeah, this is a pretty positive Web3 experience. I don't know what to tell you. Like, there were no NFTs involved yet, but I can see how they would work. And let's go in and look for another PvP match. Hopefully Caveman's around. I'm not sure if he's playing today. Doesn't look like it. So it's looking for a match now. Just bear with me. Even though it was unfortunate we couldn't play yesterday, just that match alone I think was worth the wait. It was pretty awesome, to be honest. When I first saw this game, I really wanted to get in. I'm glad I'm finally here. This is the last playtest for this current beta cycle. But in the future, they'll definitely be letting in more people, I think. Yeah, did not know about the super beta, so thanks for the assist, Lisa. That explains how my opponent got that huge advantage with the 6 drops. And I should definitely be playing around that. I shouldn't put too many big pieces close together. The super is just insane. 6 damage to everything in an area. Insane. Kind of wish I had a glass of water, to be honest. I'm going to lose my voice real quick. Alright, found another game. Thankfully there's a few people playtesting at the moment. A new map today, which is sweet.
Conflict won't stop dogging my footsteps.
You are in my way. I'd rethink that decision.
Alright, give friendly minion +1 attack and shield, that's good. Supremacy +2 attack. Destroy a boulder, draw a card. I don't hate it. So it gets +2 attack when it's on high ground. That's pretty cool. I like how they're really using the high ground stuff in here. I don't know if I should sack just the middle or the left and the middle. I might sack the left as well to try and get a new unit. Draw a random artifact from your deck. I don't hate this, but it's something. I've got it. I think that's the same person I had before. Raise the height of low ground tile for a round. Ally on it gains +1 attack for a round. That's pretty cool. It costs 2 though, so I can't use it yet. And I believe he's ranged.
You are ended.
Or at least ranged enough. So I got the mana crystal, which means I don't need to destroy a boulder yet. And I can drop my little engineer dude, my quartermaster. So I've got 2 inspiring banners. They're pretty good to set up. It seems like a lot of effort to set them up though, so we'll see how we go. Okay, so you get the super meter from trading damage. That's really unlucky. The big crystal is on his side of the board. I don't know if I can get line of sight from Venerator Win. I might have line of sight with the 3 to the right.
Good night.
But he's not going to hit that crystal for me.
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get that crystal.
Just like back in the day.
Alright, so I've got a good heal here. I should definitely utilize that at some point. I've only got 1 crystal at the moment. I can destroy a boulder. The one I need to destroy the most is definitely this.
Unnecessary. I move forward.
Alright, it's not quite in line of sight. I'm going to have to wait till the next turn.
Just like back in the day.
But I don't want to leave open my quartermaster too much. I definitely don't want to separate it from the team too much either. You can actually destroy a boulder. I don't hate that. That tile is out of range. Okay, so once you move it, you move it. I can't move it again. That's annoying. That's a good crystal to appear though. Very, very good. So we might not fall behind too quickly. These 2 dead zones in the middle are having a big impact here, I think.
Take this.
So at least his commander is melee, not ranged, which I think is going to make his life harder, to be honest.
Snapdragon primed.
Does something next to your hero. It's not next to his hero at the moment. I might need to take my advantage and go for it. Two to 4 and 10 is not great stats. I'm not loving that. I'm really liking Trauma Guard.
The path is clear. I brand just like back in the day.
So I can destroy the crystal pretty easily, and then I can drop the Trauma Guard. I'm going to make sure it's out of line of sight as best I can. But at the end of each turn, it looks like it's going to heal adjacent units at random. So that's going to come in handy. I'm going to leave my quartermaster right here. Now we're on even footing. I feel like that was a fair how it gave me the crystal after it gave him the crystal. But it's hard to tell where it's coming, and I know that's been some people's complaints. I'm battling a different opponent now too, which is pretty cool. Good to fight a few different opponents, but I could see myself playing this on like a Saturday afternoon, just playing this for a couple hours on end, trying to rank up, trying to get new cards. This is, the graphics definitely help. It's compelling. It's compelling. They've done a really good job with the art style and everything too. I could see this as a mobile game too, to be honest. But yeah.
Light 'em up.
Oh, that's a good shot. Oh no.
Kovare.
And a random blessing card to your hand. He's gone really in with the commander here.
Look alive, people. Look alive, people.
So the Trauma Guard, I can move over there. This guy's Death Howl is to add a card to his hand, which isn't so bad. Alright, I think I'm going to go for the heal on here and just make sure I can secure that crystal next turn.
Gotcha.
So I got the 5 hit, which is pretty huge. And now I can get the heal on this guy, meaning that it's out of range on the Varden.
And here we are.
I could be taking a lot of damage going for that, but I could go for the kill on him, but, and then get the heal with my other unit. I don't think that's worth it though.
I move forward.
I might actually be best coming out of line of sight,
Do not.
getting the damage
Look alive,
off,
people.
and then keeping her behind for the heal, which next turn I can use her. The victory crystal's popped up, but really what I'm focusing on is this tough mana crystal and trying to force these things to come onto me. I don't want to give this stuff free damage because he's got the numbers at the moment. It ain't Illuvium, Abe, but it's a very different style and I don't know, I like it. Okay, so he's got the range. I've blocked him out, his hero, from actually hitting this. By complete fluke, this could have placed anywhere. He might do the ranged attack on this crystal, which would be huge for me. I don't think he's going to do it, but he could. I might have to let him get those victory points. It's a little bit risky, but I don't think I have a choice. And he knows he backed his commander into a corner. Like, I can actually deal some serious damage to that thing right now. See, the ranged sharpshooter is pretty big. I'm going to drop it right here so that I can get it to high ground sooner rather than later. And with the ability, I should be able to pull that off pretty well. I'm going to get some serious damage off. You know, like, if he's going to go for the victory crystal, I might as well get my benefits.
In radiance.
Just get the damage off, bring him down to 36.
I can help. This'll sting.
Just like back in the day. Gotcha.
And get that extra mana crystal, which is going to make a big difference. Graphically, I love it. Like, on par with Illuvium almost, you know?
Take this.
Alright, he's pulling out another victory point. Okay, so there he's going to cast the super. I'm going to lose both of my pieces on the board. My super's almost up, and it should be able to take both of these things out. If I do enough damage, I should be able to just do it for free. And then Sharpshooter might actually be able to take the crystal. So let's see if we can pull it off.
Full roar.
This thing is huge. Death Howl, summon a random seedling in its place. That's a big card. After you cast a spell, gain a damage shield. I really like that. So it's about to get the super up right now. So I can place her on the right and then give a minion +1 attack and damage shield for this one here.
An orison
Look
of
alive,
light.
people.
Make sure it doesn't die to him. I'm only on 79% on my super meter. Not doing too great. I'm going to take the free damage on him.
Looking for a shot. You're in my world.
And I get the big damage on this giant tree thing. Alright, unfortunately I'm not going to be able to get the crystal. And I'm not going to be able to super this turn, but next turn I should be able to. Which is a shame. I do get the damage shield on this with the careful placement. And he's obviously going to go for that mana crystal, which is smart. But I'm still in a really good spot for that super. Even better now. He's going to get all those victory points. But if I can get that super... Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'm here.
He's really set me up for this. I have no idea what that thing is. And as I said, I can't like pan around the map. Alright, I got a big victory crystal here, which is good. Now, I could draw both inspiring banners right now. Which would be a little bit weird. And then I got the damage shield card. I'm going to draw both inspiring banners. And just give like a huge boost across the board. And then I'm going to get... Okay, wait. So I shouldn't cast the shield yet. Because as soon as I cast it, he gets a shield by default. So I'm going to make sure he takes this thing out while he has the shield.
Sorry, sir.
And then I'm going to super.
Stop interfering.
Which is going to do some serious damage to all of them. And then I'm going to give the +1 damage and shield.
An orison of light.
She's going to do some serious damage to this cost 6.
I move forward.
Okay, you can't kill it, but the sharpshooter most definitely can.
I move
And with some
forward.
careful placement, I'm just losing the line of sight there,
In radiance.
which is a shame. But that's pretty much game. I don't know how he can come back from that. I've got a full board, well, almost a full board. He's almost lost his tree thing, and his hero is really low on health. He's got more crystals than me, but it didn't really outweigh the disadvantages he was taking. Oh, okay, so it looks like I'm playing up against a bot. No wonder this one was particularly easy.
End game.
I don't hate that. I don't love it either. So he just casted his super, really wasted it because I haven't grouped up all my units. He's gone for those crystals. I don't think it's going to help him.
Be still.
Whoa. It turned into a boulder? It's not cool. That's a cool ability. That's so rude. Alright, so basically he's retreating it to the corner. Alright, so I can place armor on my units now, which is pretty sick. I don't really see the point of killing this thing because it's just going to get that seed in its place. I can't make all the distance to that thing though. I can go for the victory points, but really I should be just trying to deal as much damage as I can.
Break their lines.
I could give the armor to my hero, but I don't think that's actually what I need to do. What I need to do is I need to break the shield so that I can grab it later. And then maybe put armor on her, because she's just so powerful now that it makes sense to take advantage. This thing is 10 health though. Wow, I should not have brought that onto the board. Alright, the only other thing I need to do is I could claim that mana crystal, but it's not going to help me yet. And I don't have line of sight on that. I could deal some damage here and just end the turn.
You're in my world now.
Now I've got my sharpshooter back.
pay.
Break their lines!
Oh, he just stunned it. Oh, crap. Alright, he's using this thing to get heals on the board now. He's got a rank breaker. I've got one as well. This thing can be summoned anywhere on the board. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to do Become Dust on my ranged unit. And what that's going to do is it's going to split its attack among my entire team.
An orison of light.
Alright. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize this
A path made
and the
clear.
new shield for this card to get the free kill on that thing
An impediment removed.
with absolutely no damage taken.
Keep clear, people!
And it does extra damage when it has no allies near it, so it should be able to take this thing out without any problems.
I move forward.
And then I'll get some damage off on this, slowly build up that super meter, because I'm definitely going to be needing it to take these things out. This thing only has 6... Thankfully, the seed doesn't have any damage it can put out.
The path is clear.
But that was a pretty good turn. Let's just put it that way. He has a lot of victory points though. Like if he managed to down this entire crystal in one turn, I think I lose the game. Unfortunately, I lose my big piece there. But I've still got this thing. If I get another spell to my hand, this thing will be able to like stomp it. He's got a lot of units that gain extra stuff when next to its commander, but since I've damaged it so much, he can't really utilize that. I'm going to drop this behind the enemy commander
Made
and then
clear.
destroy this
An
stupid plant.
impediment removed.
Even destroying that crystal doesn't actually help,
The path is clear.
but I don't really want to hand it to him. That being said, I can get some damage off on the enemy commander because I've got some pretty strong pressure on it right now. Unless he pulls out one of those stun things again, which would suck. Kind of weird how the artwork has placeholder, but the units themselves have all the art associated with their 3D models. So that's a little bit unusual, but I'm not going to judge.
You're finished. You're mine.
What was that? Just transformed it into a statue. It's not cool.
I hear you.
A path made clear. A path
So he's
made
got some
clear.
armor. Oh, that leaves him alive.
The path is clear. I brand you.
I can only deal damage to a minion. Although, I got the super, and I can drop it right here for the 6 damage and end the game. There you go. That's a lucky setup right there, but I managed to come home with a second victory. I believe that one was against a bot. We'll play 1 or 2 more depending how long it takes us and see how we go. I did like that deck even better than the other one, even though I didn't play it too well. I didn't optimize it that well. But that's all good. I got vault progress. I don't know what a vault is, but it looks good to me. Alright. Let's go for another. Very simple. Let's keep playing. That wasn't a bot. Oh, sorry. It said like, had like a weird like underscore and stuff in the name. Apologize, Stefan. Or Steven. Hope you weren't stream sniping me, but I managed to take out the win. Good game, man. I really just thought it was a bot because of the way the name was written. I thought it was playing a little bit too good for a bot, to be honest. It had some pretty good plays out there. Alright, let's see who I'm up against now. GG.
I carry the will of the first ones. Tread
I get to play a
carefully.
third map now, which I'm really happy with.
I predict
I'm up
we
against
get
Tonen.
more.
So a third player. Maury, Steph, and then Tonen. Combat Medic. Sharp. I love the Sharpshooter. It might not work on the starting hand. Rank Breaker is great here. I don't need this. I might get rid of the Sharpshooter. Crap. It's such a high cost deck. It's so hard to get this deck off the ground, but once you do, it's not too bad. Hopefully I draw something good. It's got the early crystal. I might get one next to me. Let's see how we go. Three, 5, 6. That's pretty tough. I don't like the RNG in attack, but I don't mind it. I think it's interesting. It forces you to add an extra thing to your thought process. Okay.
I move forward.
So that's a really good placement for a crystal. He can't destroy it this turn.
You are ended.
Hey, you're not hurt.
But allows me to get my combat medic on the board, and I should have no issues taking that crystal next turn. His hero is melee, playing the green guy. Okay, that was weird that he went for the crystal. Unless he has something in his hand that lets him break it. That's an interesting choice. I don't know what to say. It's certainly a choice. I've only got one crystal here, so I need to destroy this first. I don't mind using the +2 armor on this unit right now.
This'll sting.
Oof. Took no damage. I don't know why I took no damage.
With
Expected to take some
thundering
damage. But yeah, that's a pretty big advantage getting that extra crystal right there. Oh, my end turn button's in the bottom right corner, by the way. You just can't see it. Okay, so he got a crystal now too. Nothing I can do to destroy that. I love the Vigil Keeper, but I'm actually going to drop down the Rank Breaker first. And separate it out from my team.
Do not
I can help.
I don't want to put her in harm's way, so I'm actually going to move around to the right. Since both the crystals are placed on the left, I'm going to hope maybe they're placed on the right somewhere. And I was wrong, it's placed on the left. Thankfully, I shouldn't have any issues getting it, but it's still kind of annoying.
You're done.
Skyborn Crusader goes flying after I cast a spell. I don't know how useful that is. Gotta be somewhat useful, right?
A gambit.
Ooh. Not a bad play. I've got a lot of advantage and presence on the board, but he gets to draw the cards, which might benefit in the long run. Okay, Radiant Lance is good, but it's only going to work when I've got things like Vigil Keeper on the board. Although once I destroy this crystal,
I can help.
Be gone.
I should be able to get Sharpshooter up. Or Skyborn Crusader. I definitely think I want Sharpshooter, even though it needs the high ground to do particularly well. I believe it does. Yes, it gets +2 attack on high ground.
Keep clear, people.
I'm gonna want to drop that down here. And I'm not gonna move this thing too close. Because although I could go for this victory crystal, I want to stay out of the range on Varden. Being able to use your commander effectively is one of the hardest things to do in these sorts of games. And if you can do it well, it can really, really help. And he's put the Grove Tender on the board. Hate this bloody thing. So it's got so much health. I can give something +1 damage and shield.
A journey lit in darkness.
To arms.
An orison of light.
Be gone.
I can help.
I'm going to sack her. I have 4 units on the board, so I need to lose one next turn.
Keep clear, people.
But with the shield, he should be able to take that hit like a champ. And she can destroy it as the sharpshooter she is. I'm at a pretty big advantage here. That seed thing is going to give me a little bit of trouble, but it shouldn't be too bad. Vigil Keeper's got the shield up. The shield is so good. It's so, so good.
You're finished.
Alright, I just missed that. What? How did he destroy it? Did anyone see what happened? I don't think he's supered. He must have cast an ability or something. So the rank breaker and the sharpshooter are just like a goated team for sure. This thing does extra damage when it's not near allies, and this thing just does so much from afar. Like the sharpshooter is monstrous. It's easily my favorite card right now. Oh right, I think he did cast the ultimate, the super, but this thing had a shield, and so it didn't take any damage. Which is ultimate value right there. And he goes for the stun. Yeah, good, well played. I think the sharpshooter might be able to take it out. Inspiring Banner is going to help. It's going to lose the damage from high ground.
Looking for a shot.
Only did 4 damage. What's most important here is I actually get the damage shield on this thing. So I can just cast the Radiant Lance and take this thing out.
Back to the dark. And here
And then if I move it back, I don't think he can attack that at all. But he can only do 1 damage to it as well.
move forward.
So I might just have to hit the hero, get the Inspiring Banner on the board,
Clear, people.
and do some serious damage to that stupid seed. This is looking like a pretty good match for me. He's going to go for the little crystal, which is definitely fair. I thought this thing should have a damage shield. I did cast a spell. I don't know what I'm missing, or maybe it took damage somehow. I don't know.
You're mine.
Oh, I did that thing where he turned it into a tree again. Bloody hell. Hate that. Thankfully, the ranged attack should allow me to get that crystal still. Oh, I hate that. Just turn it into a tree. I gotta kill my own thing to get around it, you know what I mean? Alright. So what I do here is I destroy the crystal. The Skywatch Dragon destroys this stupid thing.
And here we are.
And then I advance a little bit just to make sure I have options for that victory crystal next turn. I don't want to move Vigil Keeper until I can be sure I can get the shield. Also, I don't know what his super's at, but I want to start moving my units to different areas to avoid that super. But I've got mine. If he places anything in a dangerous spot, I've got the easiest super ever. He placed the seedling. The seedlings are good if you can set them up.
New tactics.
He gets another double draw, which is strong. Strong card, I like it. I've got 2 ranged. That's got 3 health and I've got the super. Do I dare try and get the mana crystal? The large mana crystal? Surely not.
Looking for a shot. You're in my world now.
Oh, it's a huge hit to the hero.
A path made clear.
With thundering tread.
Let's do this.
I go for the victory points next turn. I've got 3 out of 4 units, so I can actually only place 1 more. I'm actually going to drop this and hope that I get it to turn into flying next turn.
Very well.
I think that's going to work the best. I don't think the banner would actually turn it into flying. So let's hope I draw a spell next turn, which could even give me the win. He's not killing my sharpshooter here. Yeah. I think he knows he's gone. And I think he knows it's over.
You're mine.
Oh my god! What is that?
Be still.
Change this to a Bula for a full round. This guy's starting to really piss me off. There we go. Get some protection. I'm definitely putting that on the sharpshooter. I'll drop my other unit.
Shot. Bang.
And here we are. I brand you. Indolence will find no quarter. An end to sin.
Hey, destroy my own unit. So sad. He's back from being a boulder. The sharpshooter is just too good. It's just too good. It's so much freedom. Playing around it is so hard. I almost feel bad.
Hey.
He's gonna get stunned. I'm not sure how many cards my opponent has in his hand. I don't know if there's a way to check. I guess not.
End game.
Oh. Thankfully, this thing had armor to protect it. Isn't that lucky? Alright, I got 6 to 8 there, 3 to 4. I've got the 6 super, and I've got 7 to 10. I think that's enough to end it. He really just hit himself as well. Gee, that's a choice. Destroy a boulder, draw a card. Let's do that first. Plus I'll get the damage shield on that.
Yes.
Draw a random artifact from your deck. I can't place this. He's flying now.
A path made clear.
And here we are. With
Raise her
thundering
up.
tread. I shine by their grace.
He's got 2 health left.
Dust.
He died, so I can draw a random card.
Nothing.
Keep clear, people.
I kill him,
Close quarters.
and then super
You're dead.
Super for the win. There you go. Game, set, and match. Well played, Tonin. Bad luck.
Not enough this time.
Alright. I got an achievement reward and got a Wildlight Wrangler. I don't believe there's deck building yet. I have no idea what all that box stuff I'm getting is. But that was a good win. I'm actually going to switch decks. I really like the deck I was playing, but I'm going to go to standard purple. Because after looking online, I thought the purple was pretty cool. My favorite was definitely orange and purple. I'm going to see how we go. And we'll play one more and then I'll probably wrap it up for the night. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you guys have been going well. I like the playstyle on that deck a lot though, not gonna lie. Tonan's messaging me now. I like the vibes of like talking about the game afterwards and stuff like that, which is something I'm excited for Illuvium. But no, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Don't be afraid to show me your beautiful blood.
Okay, looks like we're both purple deck.
I will
Unless
show
he's the
you
hybrid
perfect
and I'm just
form
purple.
And lethal
I'm
function.
up against Rive now. Shard Harrier, flying 7 to 12, 12. That's crazy. I don't want that. Your attacks cripple your target. I don't even know what that means. You're going to deal 2 damage to it and restore 2 health to your hero. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I want it in my starting hand, but that's pretty cool. Enemy minions cost 2 more for a full round. That is not a bad card. Okay, so it's a melee attacker now. Has +1 attack for every 5 health your hero is missing. I like these cards.
And now,
I'm definitely going to leave the crystal because I can't capitalize on it yet. Looks like this deck's a much slower start, which I don't love, but that's okay.
behold.
I'm going to be near the crystal, but I'm not going to destroy it. He probably wants me to, and I probably want him to. Oh yeah, what's its ability? Steal 1 health from a unit in line of sight. That's it? I don't hate it, but it's not great. Do you have a different ability? This seems way better.
And now,
Alright, he doesn't have a crystal next to him, so I got a serious advantage there. And I'm going to get the Blood Guard on the board.
I'm here.
Oh, this thing looks cool. I love the units of the purple one. Alright. So now I've actually got a crystal in my way. I still think I can take his crystal, but it's a bit savage. It actually gets interesting because I don't think I go to 3 next turn.
sublime.
Alright, so we got the Tempest Hound on board. Well played to him. Looks like you're able to move after attacking, if you still have the ability to move. So I can either destroy the crystal or kill the Tempest Hound. It's too risky to leave the crystal up for grabs, though.
Let's try this.
I don't think anyone's doubting that. But since I can't one-shot it, it might actually make sense to just debuff it and deal 2 damage to it every turn. Because now it's got 4 health, he can do a lot less with it. And I'm getting the value add. I'm liking talking through this though. Exciting times.
I'm here.
At random? Oh, I got the health. Damn it! Oh, that's a big hit. He's going to get a lot of victory points, I think. And the 2 damage is pretty huge there. And he gets the thrall out of it. I think that's his ability. I don't know why my ability is not as good. Weavebreaker makes them cost 2 more for the next round.
Secret art.
I'm going to make sure this thing stays alive.
And now,
Peasant.
And take this out. Which means I should be able to get that crystal next turn. He's going to get those victory points. I don't think I can stop him. I might have to play from behind on that side of things. But it's alright.
serve me.
What the hell?
Sublime.
Uncontrollable? What does that even mean? Attempt to attack the nearest enemy. The hell? Alright, I can make enemy minions cost 2 more for the next round again.
Secret art.
But I don't want to put my hero in harm's way too much here. I'm going to drop it back 1 space. And just be careful with the way I play this. What's important is I get these crystals up. I can do a blood toll and draw cards. I think that's highly necessary right now. Okay, these are all doing blood tolls. So I see how this works now. It's a very much a vampire deck. These things are insane. If he moves his hero out of the way, I might actually be able to just flat steal these crystals using the exsanguinate. I hope I said that right. Who knows? But this is going to be a tough battle. A tough battle. Alright, that was ballsy. Because now I have the chance to get this mana crystal as well. And I wouldn't even mind sacking both of these for that mana crystal. He's going to summon another Thrall. Oh, he gets the low roll. That feels really bad. But now I'm going to be able to steal these victory points. I don't think it's worth sacking the victory points.
Witness me.
But this Thrall is quite frustrating. That's a really good super on his part. I don't know what happens if I super that. I might just lose the victory points. Oh, did I just lose line of sight to the giant victory crystal? Yeah, I did. That's really unfortunate. Okay. Alright. This is going to be a big ranged unit. Even though I'm going to take the blood toll. And I'll take this one as well from the flying unit. And then I'm just going to play it safe. I think I'm going to give up those victory points in the name of a big board. I've got my super still. It's not bad there. It's too bad I can't get that tough mana crystal though.
Peasant.
I'm going to use my ninja to make sure my back line doesn't get hit. And if he wants to keep this thing here, then so be it. I might just, it's a little bit of a waste, but I might just super here to stop him from getting these victory points. It looks like it does go to my hero, so I'm going to get them. And with this big victory crystal here, that might make a difference. I don't love it, but it's something. I got the Shard Harriers coming up. I might have to take that mana crystal to pull it off. But I've still got my 2 heals. So I might be able to bait out the hero health with this one. No problem, boyo. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. This game does look pretty sick, not gonna lie. Alright, he's going for those victory points. And he's taken my mana crystal. It's well played.
Be unmade.
No.
Destroy a minion, its owner draws a card. That's savage.
Sublime. The weave calls.
Alright, he's really playing this game. This is a dangerous game. Because this thing doesn't have to be used on a minion. Like I can get 10 damage off on this hero for free. Then I got 46, that's 14. Another 4, 18. I can half health him right now. I can draw 2 cards. I might just surround him.
I'm here. Let's try this.
Flying allows me to take this out.
No.
Not without a cost.
On your knees.
But if I Blood Fang that, what happens? I just heal a little bit. That's kind of underwhelming. That's fine. But he's got the Death Howl while I get 2 random minions back to my hand. But seriously, he's put his hero in a pretty dodgy position. And he just doesn't have the units to back it up. So, it's a risky play by him. I don't know if it's going to pay off. It might work out okay if he can just, like, he's got a bit of an advantage generally speaking. But, you know. He doesn't know how shit my hand is. I should have used Exhume last turn. I should not have cast this thing's ability. So that was a big mistake on me, but that's right. I could go for the victory points and pull out 5. And then the next victory crystal that pops up would give me the win. Oh my god! That thing is so broken. Okay, I like this. Summon a random minion from your graveyard, then destroy it and deal damage equal to its attack to all adjacent enemies. Let's do that. Right here. Give me something good. The 4 hit on everything. I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. So I kind of want to destroy this crystal. How many? I've got 3 mana left. I can deal 5 damage to this and get the heal.
Good night.
Let's do this.
Then you can hit the crystal.
Behold,
And you can hit it.
inadequate.
And pull off a ton of victory points. Oh, and it gives you mana too? Ah, I forgot about that. Alright. Choose a minion in a graveyard, give it +1/+1, return it to your hand. I'm definitely going to do that. I didn't realize I get to choose a unit. Definitely Wave Breaker. So I got the next victory crystal on the top right. Unless he steals these victory points from Soul Bounty, which would suck. Oh, the thralls are just so good. But if I can keep his hero trapped on the left, that's going to bode well for me long term. I don't think he has much of a choice. He has to kill this thing and take the damage.
Inadequate.
And when it dies, I get 2 more units from my graveyard. He's going to summon the 4 thralls. I don't think it's going to matter.
I'm here.
What's this thing do? Okay, so it got +3 attack. That's lucky for him.
I'm here.
I basically got to kill it before he actually starts to mount an attack here. I've only got 7 crystals, so it leaves me with very little options.
I'm here. Sacred art.
Prepare yourself.
If I can maximize units on the board, the next victory crystal that pops up near me might just be able to win me the game. So I might have to play for that at the moment. Alternatively, if he destroys this crystal right now, and I can get my super up, I might be able to just super that section of the board and win. For free. That would be bonkers. That would be like the ultimate play. If he's watching this stream right now, he better not attack it with his wild light. It might just win me the game. Oh god. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe the super would destroy the crystal anyways. Insane. Here we go. This just got interesting. He has to hold it for a turn before he gets the super victory points. Alright, he's going to super me. That's fine. It actually hands me my super. He does not know what he just did. That's some crazy plays right here. Whoa. Oh, flying lets them move anywhere. I did not realize that.
Rise up, crush them, bring me
Oh my god.
victory.
Okay, definitely supering here.
Witness me.
It doesn't destroy Wildlight Wrangler. It's got 2 crystals right now. Not enough to win. She's in a really bad position. This thrall thing is insane. I definitely placed the Shard Harrier there. I can't take Blood Toll, but he might be able to just kill me this turn. Damn it. Wait, if it attacks this, I get 1 more crystal. No, I don't get a crystal. I think I could destroy it to get a crystal. Like a actual crystal. Thankfully the thralls attack random enemies, so I might not actually lose. That only does 4 to 6, so my Harrier might actually live this turn. Oh my god, this is a bonkers game. This is insane. I have no idea if I'm going to win or lose. I can't tell. Usually I can tell at this point. I can't. I'm close to the victory win. He doesn't kill me this turn, so I get those 3 points, and then he's got to risk me going for the last few. But more importantly, he's got 20 health. And because this is flying, it can move anywhere on the board. He's going to go for the kill. But I'm not convinced he can make it. So that's the thing. This has 16 health left. Can I kill it? Oh, he has the super ready. And I lose. There you go. Well played.
I can't fail my
If he didn't have that super, I think I won. But he planned it out. He planned it out well. It's a shame to end on a loss, but I think we got to test out the game lots and we had a good time. So yeah, we might have to sign off here. So I appreciate you guys for sticking around, for hanging out and watching. I'm sorry about yesterday, how we couldn't get the stream going, but we got 4 games in today. They were actually relatively quick. There was a lot of strategy involved and so much thought process. I think the game is quite easy to learn and play. Like, I'm used to strategy games, so I definitely didn't have too much of an issue or anything like that. And that definitely plays a bias into it. But I do think it was relatively easy to pick up and learn. The UI and everything was really clean and really easy to understand. And I've played some other games where like attacking is right click and moving is left click, and it's not obvious who can and can't move and who your units are. But they did a pretty good job with this one. It's not perfect. There are a few things that they should tweak, and I might submit a form later today, and it's just informative of a few changes I'd like to see. But they did a really good job, and the game feels great, looks great. No frame drops or anything, even though I'm streaming, which is impressive in itself. And yeah, just overall really happy with the game as it is, and hope you guys enjoy the stream and learned